Okay, this is actually after I've laid down some more paint, and I'm seeing the values where I need to change. I need to make some darker grays, some darker blues, and just add some darker value to this. So right now you're seeing, after I've painted some, you see I painted some down here. I added some other little cool areas up here where the light is shimmering off of the clouds, and I just wanted some randomness. But this is actually part 6, I guess, because part 5 I didn't have on video. So what I'm showing you is, to clean this up, I need to make some darker values of this. It's kind of a purple gray, and I'm mixing 3 different blues. I've got the ultramarine, cobalt blue, cerulean blue, and I think red medium hue. And I've mixed some of that up. I'm wanting to make, like I said, a darker value to add in some places, so this will give it a little bit more depth too. So I'm going to add some of this in different places and kind of scumble it in using my fingers, so it's not just, again, I want everything just random. And I may go back over some of this lighter area, but I wanted to give it some of that darker value. And maybe bring some of that down in here. Again, some random clouds. That have some light playing off of them. Fingers work great. And we're gonna just kind of take that on over a little bit. I may add a little bit more of that darker value kind of in here a little bit. What I did on number 5, I kind of did some things that I wanted to do to bring the randomness in. And you can see here this darker value is kind of bringing it to life. I'm going to bring that over here in this cloud. Even though this is the major cloud right here, I really like how I kind of made this one a little different. And the randomness with it as well kind of added to the depth, and I really think it made a better painting than those animal shaped clouds that I had added in at the beginning. When you squint, you can see values. It makes it easier to see those values. And I am going to come back in with some lighter of that, just to kind of add back in a mid-range in here. took away too much of the dark, so I'm going to go back in with some of that. There's no rhyme or reason for what I'm doing. It's just random, and I don't want the clouds to look like a specific shape. Just want them to be random. And let me take back some of that lighter value in here. Mix it up, and then I'm going to take some of the dark again and add it back in. And then I'm also going to darken up down here and add a little bit more darker value where the sun meets the ocean. And let's see if I can do that without it looking too dark, but I want to really give it some darker value here. You can see I'm picking up some of that darker blue and just carrying it down the painting a little bit. Okay, I think I added some dark value to that. And then sometimes you just have to kind of go back over some little highlights. So I'm going to take my liner brush, and what I did with the white and highlighting some areas that were either on the water or in the sky. When you have a liner brush, there's not much paint on the brush, so it takes a few times to put it down. It's just a touch of highlight that really makes it look like the sun is just kissing those clouds. I'm just showing you some of the last steps, and because I had painted in between, it actually went pretty fast. It went a lot faster than I thought, and I just wanted to get further along with it before I did the final little touches of highlights. And you can see it makes a difference when you put these little highlights in. And I'm gonna add some more up here. And another little touch of them in that same area. Because when you go back over it with some more white, it just kind of makes it pop than the first time. And it's hard to see all of that, but when you're really close to it, it shows up even more so. So I'm just barely touching the top of those clouds. And then I'm coming along this edge and just putting a few more little highlights in. This is tedious work, but it pays off, I think, with just kind of adding to the look. Bringing the sun out on the edges of those clouds. And so I've added in some darker values. I brought back some of the highlights. And on the clouds, and also on the waves, and on the sun. Sitting on the horizon over the waves and over the sea. And I'm going to make the sun more prominent, I guess, with more white. I have a little yellow around it, but just a tiny bit. So I think I am going to call this done. Like I say, it finished up a lot faster than I thought. And I'm going to sign right here. And I may look at it and think I need to add a little bit more or tweak some more, but I think you get the gist of it, and I'll take a picture of the front of it and put it on Instagram so you can zoom in and look at it really close. I'm really happy with it. I'm glad I changed it up, and it didn't take as long as I thought. So there you go. Thank you so much. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe and ring the bell, and that way you'll be notified of new videos as I publish them. Thank you so much.